Hey, what's going on, everybody? I want to talk about reality as I perceive it now in my life. And I'm sure that as I grow older and continue to learn, that perception is going to continue to change. But for now, I want to go over. Okay, first, physical reality. Okay, we're very familiar with this reality the most. It's held together by densely packed, slow-moving particles. Particles that are held together by the focus and perceptions of consciousness. Okay, this reality could very well be infinite, and I believe that it is. Okay, if the physical reality is infinite, that would mean that there are infinite realities that parallel the physical reality that we experience. Okay. Now we as consciousness are interacting with the cells, the particles that make up a human body as we're animating it. The physical body, as we perceive as dense, now broken down to the tiniest particles, they become less dense and higher in frequency. This is how our less dense energy, or consciousness, is controlling and animating the physical. Everything is energy. Everything is frequency. You and everything you interact with. Okay? Now, I want to go over the real time zone, and I'm going to stay a little bit on the physical. Okay, the real time zone is the mirror of our Earth, time, space, universe. This exists because as we interact in the physical, our less dense energy is creating in a less dense zone. So the real time zone is collectively created through all of us. Now, the collective consciousness, or the H-band, this is where our unfocused thoughts are directed to keep from creating just a bunch of random stuff. Okay? Now, this exists in or near the real time zone. Okay? And I want to go over this too. Now, if our physical universe is infinite, then eventually the same circumstances are going to happen that created our Earth universe. And everything is going to be completely, or close to completely the same, just paralleled slightly. Now, as we perceive the next reality to be the real time zone, well, you got to think about it. There's infinite planets out there. Each planet with its own species is creating collectively its own or separate real time zone. So there could be infinite real time zones, and we are just simply experiencing the real time zone relating to this Earth and how we are experiencing it now. Okay? Next is the 4 levels of the non-physical reality. Okay? These realities mirror the physical and real time zones, but any and everything exists in these areas. Okay? This is where consensus zones are. This is where you can go when you die and create your own slice of heaven while waiting for the next life. These are odd places. Okay? Nothing makes sense when compared to physical reality. Dream zones, these could parallel somewhere between the non-physical and astral zones. I mean, I'm really not sure with that. But, like I said, if the universe is infinite, there would be infinite real-time zones that go with each individual planet. If there's a species on that planet, any type of physical species, not human, but, whatever, they're all creating collectively their own zones. So, there's infinite real-time zones. There's probably infinite non-physical realities after that, and we're only experiencing one set of that. So there's so much out there. And then you got the astral zones that come after that. And each planet could have its own set of astral zones as well. Okay? The astral zones. Okay? These are some amazing things. In these zones, castles, beaches, this is where you can find non-physical beings, not of the earth, time, space. And this goes with what I was just saying. You know, any being from another time, space, from another set of planets, set of levels and dimensions, can come experience this planet's astral zones. Okay? Now, we exist because we perceive our existence. Okay? A particle can exist anywhere throughout the universe. When you focus upon something, the particle jumps to attention to create it. Our perception of existence holds our energy together. Now, I would like to add, okay, everything we do is to evolve or gather information. Okay, everything that we do is to gain that experience, to gain the information of that experience. So, for the gathered information to continue to exist itself has to be non-physical energy. As we learn, our energy grows in capacity. The information we gather is integrated into our energy, but still remains somewhat separate to continue to exist, unless information is stored in a way we can't understand yet. Okay? So, like, we split our energy, strew it all over to gain as much information as possible. After we've learned everything we can down here, we gather our energy and move on to the next level. Okay, so as far as I know, no one knows what this next step is, because I think on the levels that we are currently on, we can't perceive past that until we've gathered our energy and have made that next step. We can't really perceive what's past that. You know, it can be that as we move on, we integrate this information back into the whole, but I believe that after we make that big step, we're just really getting started and continue our evolution. I hope so anyway.